What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei. So I'm bringing you guys another episode in the series of how many shares do you need of a certain stock to make $1,000 a month. Then we calculate how many shares do you need to have invested to make $100 a month, and then the other one is how many shares do you need to make $100 every single week. So we will find out. These are really fun videos to make because you get to use the calculator, you get to find out the dividend yield, and it's pretty fun. I really enjoy recording these videos. But in today's episode or video, we are going over Realty Income, guys. So definitely let me know. These are the ones I do have on the list that you guys have suggested or want to see. If there's one that you don't see on the list, let me know in the comment section so that I can add it to the list, and we can eventually get to that and create a video for you so that you can watch those. But while you're down there, guys, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification if you have not done so, and drop a big thumbs up on the video to help out the channel. That is all I ask in return. But today's episode will be on Realty Income. So let's go ahead and jump over here to Seeking Alpha, which Realty Income has a ticker symbol of O. Currently trading about $68.08. Let's quickly go over the company profile just for anybody that's brand new to Realty Income. But company profile, Realty Income, the monthly dividend company, is an S&P 500 company dedicated to providing stockholders with dependable monthly income. The company is structured as a REIT, and its monthly dividends are supported by the cash flow from over 6,500 real estate properties owned under the long-term lease agreements with our commercial clients. To date, the company has declared 608 consecutive common stock monthly dividends throughout its 52-year operating history, and increased the dividend 109 times since Realty Income's public listing in 1994. So remember, guys, that actually also here real quick, Realty Income is a dividend aristocrat. So that is pretty cool there. One of the things I did want to point out here is that Realty Income is actually going to declare a dividend raise in June. Hopefully that is the goal. That's actually one of my top 4 companies in my portfolio that should be declaring a dividend raise in the month of June. So if you have not checked out that video, check it out. I'll try to remember to add a pop-up on the top right, but I do have a video for that. Currently they are in the real estate sector. Industry is the retail REITs, and then employees have about 369, and then founded in 1969. So pretty cool, guys. If we go over here again, Realty Income trading about $68.08. You'll see 52-week range. Lowest they've gone is about $62.74. Highest they've gone about $75.40. If we look real quick here, dividend rate's about $2.96. Yield is about 4.35%. Market cap's about $41.75 billion. And if we look over here at the dividend scorecard, which is actually pretty cool here. If we scroll down, guys, you'll see the dividend summary. So dividend yield, guys, is 4.35%, which is a pretty great dividend yield. Remember that they are REITs, so you don't get qualified dividends. These are taxed as a regular income, so that's the only downside with these. Annual payout is about $2.96. So for every share you own, you will get paid $2.96 every single year. Remember, they do pay out monthly, but payout ratio is an insane 282.45%, which is really outrageous, right? But if we look at the financials here, guys, and look at the funds from operation payout ratio, you'll see that 2017 of December 89%, and then 2018 84%, and then 2019 81%, and then December 2020 84%, and then December 2021 about 94% as well. If we look at the market beats and then look for Realty Income, Realty Income dividend payout ratio, you'll see based on trailing 12 months of earnings, that is about the 280 290%. But based on this year's estimates, about 75% it would be the payout ratio, and then based on next year's estimate is about 73%. So that's one thing that you can also look into for that. But if we look back over here, you'll see that the 5-year CAGR is a pretty low one. It's 3.75%. So not a big 5-year CAGR. Majority of my other companies in my portfolio are in the double digits because I do have a very long-term time horizon. But you know, Realty Income is towards the time where if you wanted to retire and live off these dividends, you could potentially do it. 4% is pretty good. We will jump over at the end once we calculate all these calculations into the yield when the best time to be invested into Realty Income would have been, and I will show you that graph, so that'd be pretty cool. Dividend growth, I believe this is actually incorrect. It's about 27 years or 28 years, but they are dividend aristocrats. And if we go ahead and start off, guys, let's go ahead and do the calculation. So first one we are actually planning to do is going to be how many shares do you need to own, or how much total money invested do you need to own to make $1,000 every single month. That would be a pretty sweet goal, guys. So first one we're gonna do is we want to make $1,000 every single month. There is actually 12 months in a year, so you would multiply that times 12. So that means that a total we would have to make about $12,000 a year from dividends. So we need to find out how many shares we can or we need to own. So here's your annual payout, $2.96. You're actually going to divide that, and that will give you the total number of shares you need to own of Realty Income to make roughly around $12,000 a year. And then to find out how much you need to have total invested currently today, you just multiply those shares times the current share price, which is $6.08, and that's roughly around $276,000, which is a lot of money, guys. But remember, this is $1,000 a year. One of the things you would want to consider about this is the 5-year CAGR. This is not compounding much larger, so definitely that is quite a bit of money, and I would definitely have it on a 5-year CAGR company that's a double digit. Imagine that compounding over the coming years. But if you look at that, one quick way to actually find this calculation is you could do 12,000 divided by the dividend yield, and you'll see that it roughly gives you about $275,000. So kind of a quick way to calculate that. Let's go ahead and do the how much do you need to own to actually make $100 every single month. That should be a lot less capital intensive, but all you really have to do is the 276 that we had divided by 10, and that should get you roughly around 27,000 is what you'll have to have invested. But let's go ahead and go over the calculations because they're pretty fun to do. So you'd have $100 times 12, because we want to make $100 every month, and there's 12 months in a year, so total we need to have $1,200. And if we actually divide this by the share price so we can get how many shares we need to have invested, you'll see that we need to have about 405 shares, which I think is pretty achievable. I think I'm getting close to maybe 70 shares. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check again, but I'm getting quite a bit of shares. They're compounding slowly over every single month because I keep reinvesting them back into themselves, and they buy even more shares. But we have 405 shares, multiply that times the share price, $68.08. So you'll see that it's $27,600. So that's what you'll have to be invested. I think that one's pretty achievable. If we look at how to do this quickly, 1,200 divided by 0.0435, that gives you roughly about 27,000, around $28,000, and that's the quick way on how to calculate that, guys. So that's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and do the last one, guys, which is how much do you have to be invested to make $100 every single week. I think that would be the super awesome goal that I would definitely want to achieve. $100 every week, that's a lot of money that you could use, especially if you wanted to retire Obviously not right now with inflation at all-time highs, but in the long term, $100 is quite a bit of money just from one company every single week. But if we look, you'll want to make $100 every single week. There's 52 weeks in a year, so you need to have roughly about $5,200 is what you'd have to make an annual payout. Remember, you want to divide this by the annual payout here, so it gives you the number of shares you need to own. So you need to roughly own about 1,756 shares, and then we can go back up here, multiply that times the share price, and you need to have roughly around $119,600 in realty income, which is quite a bit of money. But I think over the long term, if you continue compounding, continue dollar cost averaging, you could eventually get there. Remember, every single month you get paid a monthly dividend from Realty Income, so it's definitely very motivating, especially in this type of market condition where the market is just super volatile, and obviously probably your portfolio is down, so it definitely helps out. And that is one of the things I really love about dividend investing. As you'll see if you catch my previous video on how much I made for the month of May in dividends, it was pretty sweet, guys. I'm definitely looking forward to the month of June, because hopefully we should break over $400 in dividends for the month of June, especially with all the dividend raises that we got. But yeah, that'll be another episode, another video. Again, if there's a company that you want me to, or you want to see me do, let me know in the comment section so I can add it to the list. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump over here, guys, to the yield on cost, or the dividend yield. So if we look here, guys, you'll see that this is actually still seeking alpha, but at the top you'll see the dividend yield of Realty Income. So obviously the higher the dividend yield is, typically the better entry point for this company. As you'll see, the spike up here, which was around, Realty Income was trading around 5.76% on dividend yield, and it actually spiked up all the way to, if I can get it, about 6.30%. I think it even went a little higher, but you know, the pandemic right here, March 2020, was the best entry point for Realty Income in the past 5 years. Obviously over here as well, 2018, you could have gotten an entry of like 5%, but you'll see over the year it started going actually down, and that is because the share price went up. So the lower the share price, the higher the dividend yield you'll get and the better entry. As you'll see here, we're still a little higher now, right now with 2022. We're around 4%, which is actually a little higher than all the ones from the previous years. So I think it's still a pretty good entry. We're going to continue to dollar cost average, continue to reinvest those dividends back into themselves, and hopefully every single month we see that income continue to increase over time. Let me know if you guys own Realty Income in the comment section, and again, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification if you have not done so, and drop a big thumbs up on the video to help out the channel. That is all I ask in return. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.